Welcome back to Car Auto Tune-Up, your go-to destination for in-depth car reviews, the latest in performance engineering, and every sleek line of the auto world brought straight to your screen. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most legendary names in the world of sports cars, the 2026 Porsche 911 GT. This isn't just a refresh. Porsche has refined, enhanced, and surgically upgraded the icon that is the 911 GT for 2026. And the result is a car that blends heritage with cutting-edge performance in a way only Porsche can. Let's kick things off with that design. The front fascia of the 2026 911 GT remains unmistakably Porsche, but look closer and you'll spot the subtle refinements that make this model stand out. The LED matrix headlights now feature a slimmer, more aggressive design, framed by sharper sculpted intakes that both cool and communicate intent. Below, the front splitter is more prominent, made of carbon fiber with aerodynamic tweaks pulled straight from the racetrack. The hood has deeper creases, not just for looks but for guiding airflow more efficiently over the top. Every inch of the nose screams speed, but in that refined, engineered Porsche way. Moving to the side and you'll see why this car continues to captivate. The side profile preserves that classic 911 silhouette at the flowing roofline that tapers into the rear, the long flat hood, and that distinctive rear-engine layout. But the GT gets its own distinct touches. Wider wheel arches hug newly designed 20-inch front and 21-inch rear forged alloy wheels, fitted with ultra-high-performance Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. Air intakes ahead of the rear wheels are more pronounced than ever, channeling cool air to the twin-turbo flat-six engine. Light-weight carbon fiber mirrors, GT-specific badging, and subtle detailing in the lower side skirts round out the look, balancing aggression and elegance. Moving to the back, the 2026 911 GT truly asserts itself. The rear wing is now larger and more adjustable, with improved active aerodynamics that adapt in real time to your driving style. The full-width LED taillight bar is sharper and thinner, with smoked finishes available for those who like stealthy vibes. The rear diffuser has been completely redesigned, integrating the dual center-mounted exhaust pipes that now feature active valve technology for that signature growl when you hit the throttle. The rear deck lid sports more aggressive vents for better heat extraction, and overall, the back of this car tells you it's not just meant to be seen, it's meant to be chased. But step inside and things take a turn toward modern luxury fused with motorsport precision. The cabin of the 2026 Porsche 911 GT is a cockpit, plain and simple. You sit low, surrounded by premium materials, Alcantara on the dash and door panels, carbon fiber inlays, brushed aluminum switchgear, and contrast stitching that matches the car's exterior paint for a coordinated, high-end finish. The GT Sports seats are aggressively bolstered, lightweight, and designed to hold you in place during hard cornering, but they're also surprisingly comfortable for longer drives thanks to Porsche's updated foam layering tech. In front of the driver is a multifunction GT-specific steering wheel, wrapped in Alcantara with a yellow 12 o'clock marker, mounted paddle shifters, and drive mode selectors at your fingertips. The instrument cluster is a blend of analog and digital. The central tachometer remains analog and proudly mechanical, while two flanking digital displays provide configurable performance data, navigation, and driver assist feedback. The center console is slightly elevated and now houses a more streamlined 10.9-inch touchscreen with Porsche Communication Management, PCM. It includes wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, updated voice recognition, and track telemetry tools built in. You'll also find dual-zone climate control, an optional Bose or Burmester sound system, and improved cabin insulation. Porsche has worked on reducing interior vibration and wind noise, though let's be real, the music most owners want to hear comes from that glorious engine just behind the rear seats. Under the hood, speaking of which, let's get to what really matters, performance. The heart of the 2026 Porsche 911 GT is a 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged flat-six that now produces 565 horsepower and 465 pounds-feet of torque. That's a bump over the previous generation, and Porsche has achieved this while still keeping the red line screaming at 8,200 revolutions per minute. Mated to either a 7-speed manual gearbox for purists or an ultra-fast 8-speed PDK dual-clutch transmission for those who want lightning-sharp shifts, this car will rocket from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.0 seconds flat, with the PDK, and 3.3 with the manual. Top speed, an eye-watering 198 miles per hour. But it's not just about speed in a straight line. The GT gets rear-wheel steering, an electronically controlled limited slip differential, and Porsche Active Suspension Management, PASM. The suspension setup is lower, firmer, and tuned for track day abuse while still offering adjustability for road comfort. The brakes are massive carbon ceramic discs with 6-piston calipers up front and 4-piston in the rear, fade-resistant and track-proven. Grip is phenomenal, and with active aero and a curb weight under 3,200 pounds thanks to generous use of lightweight materials. This car is scalpel precise in the corners. It's been tested and honed on the Na1.4 Turbograin, and the results show lap times have dropped, and the car feels more confident and capable than ever. Fuel efficiency? Well, you're not buying a 911 GT for that. Expect around 16 miles per gallon city and 23 highway, depending on your driving habits. But who's really checking mileage when you're screaming down a back road at 7,000 revolutions per minute? Now let's talk pricing. The base price for the 2026 Porsche 911 GT starts at $182,000, but as with any Porsche, that number can quickly climb. Add the hatch package, which strips even more weight and adds magnesium wheels, a roll cage, and additional aero and you're looking at a final price north of $210,000. That being said, what you're getting here is not just a car, it's a piece of Porsche's motorsport legacy, with everyday drivability and bespoke engineering. It's hard to argue with the value if you're chasing the ultimate driving machine. And here's the best part: despite being a focused performance machine, the 911 GT is still livable. Porsche hasn't sacrificed comfort entirely. The ride is firm but not punishing, the cabin tech is up to date, and build quality remains best in class. Whether you're carving canyon roads, lapping a track, or just heading to dinner on a Saturday night, this car adapts and does it all with charisma. So what's the final verdict? The 2026 Porsche 911 GT is a masterclass in performance engineering. It honors the DNA of the 911 lineage while pushing the envelope further than ever. It's raw, yet refined, brutally fast, yet controlled. Porsche didn't need to go this hard with the GTA, but they did, and we're all better off for it. If you're a driving enthusiast, there are few experiences that come close. Whether you spec it with the manual for a more connected, old-school vibe, or go all in on the PDK for sheer performance, this is a car that rewards every second behind the wheel. The 911 GT doesn't just meet expectations, it exceeds them. And it reminds us that in a world shifting to electric and autonomous tech, there's still room and passion for a properly engineered, analog-feeling sports car. Thanks for sticking with us through this deep dive into the 2026 Porsche 911 GT. If you enjoyed the review, hit that like button, subscribe to Car Auto Tune Up, and tap the bell so you don't miss any upcoming reviews. We've got plenty more thrilling machines and cutting-edge models on the way. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Say, would you take the 911 GT over its rivals like the GTR Nismo, Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series, or the McLaren Artura? We'd love to hear your take. Until next time, drive safe, stay curious, and keep your passion for cars alive. This is Car Auto Tune Up, signing off.